All right, let's talk about TikTok. Taking that legal battle to the U.S. Supreme Court, the federal government has ordered the Chinese-owned app to shut down or be sold to an American company by January 19th, citing national security concerns. CBS News Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady is here with more. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
All right, so let's talk about this emergency. Well, I mean, they're going to the Supreme Court. Why?
I mean, this is really the last-ditch effort to temporarily halt this ban. They already went the federal appeal route. Of course, they lost that. So the Supreme Court's kind of that last legal path. They're arguing that this is a First Amendment right issue, that without this, our right to free speech will be infringed upon. Now, I've talked to legal experts, and they're saying, that's kind of a weak argument here because, of course, you and I could go to Instagram. We could go to X. There's a lot of different platforms. But this is the argument they're going to make. They've asked the Supreme Court to give them a decision by January 6th because, of course, that ban is coming January 19th.
So the president-elect met with the CEO of TikTok back in March, I think, in Mar-a-Lago. What came of that meeting?
So actually, he met with him yesterday.
Oh, he met with him yesterday?
Yes. So, of course, this is one of the many tech CEOs that are sort of coming down to Mar-a-Lago and talk through it. We don't have details on exactly where President-elect Trump's head is coming out of that meeting. But in that press conference that Caitlin was at, there was talk of, hey, what are you going to do here? And he says he has a soft spot for TikTok. I think this is really interesting, Vlad, because remember his first administration, he wanted to ban it.
Yeah.
And now we're sort of seeing this change happen. Of course, he does take office a day after that ban would go into effect. But remember, this law had a lot of bipartisan support to ban the app.
So what would be the potential economic impact of banning TikTok?
So there's a lot of small businesses, a lot of influencers that utilize this app to either bring customers in or make their money. I do think
those folks actually testified on Capitol Hill.
Yes, and in fact, actually, there's 8 individuals that also filed suits with the Supreme Court in support of this. So you are seeing that it's not just the company doing this. I do think you would see a lot of those companies and influencers, they probably already are on Instagram and some of these other apps. For TikTok, I mean, this would be a big deal. The U.S. is a huge market. Of course, there's this whole question of would they sell, but ByteDance, the Chinese parent company, is not willing to give up that algorithm. That's where the value is. So it's a little tough spot they're in.
Right, because the idea would be what U.S. lawmakers want to see them is divest from TikTok itself and have a U.S. owner, for example.
Exactly.
ByteDance could continue on, but there would be another entity operating TikTok here in the United States.
That's correct.
Yeah. All right, we'll see how it all plays out. I won't be able to influence my 300 followers on TikTok. I don't know what I'm going to do, Kelly.
My 0 followers, Vlad.
So you and I are both in the same boat. Thank you very much. Good to see you.